Howdy, y'all. I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd, and I finally got to watch Demon Slayer, the movie Mugen Train. It was awesome. It was incredible. Just about 2 hours of pure escapism in a world that is lovingly rendered with great characters, a compelling story, intense action, and true meaning, true themes that are going to touch you. Now, this is not a review. Warning now, there will be light spoilers as I talk about this. I'm just going to talk about my takeaways. I think that's how I'm going to handle this kind of stuff these days. I'm just going to talk about my takeaways. 3 to 4 things that I feel were important from this movie and why it's awesome and why anime and manga keep winning over corrupt, creatively bankrupt Western Hollywood. So let's get to talking about this. What I really am floored at how great this movie was. This movie was fantastic. It was fun. First of all, it picks up right where season 1 leaves off of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. You can't really get into this movie without having watched the first series. You can't. You need to watch season 1. You can't just walk in because the movie automatically assumes you know everything that's going on. And rightfully so, because unlike older franchises, previous generation franchises, this movie is a canon arc from the manga, straight from the manga. This is not a floating above the main storyline movie that you kind of got to wonder, where does it fit in? No, this movie is right there, and it is great. And that's why it's so compelling. And that's why the way it ends, it's okay the way it ends, because this is the end of an arc. What you got here is nearly 2 hours of just fantastic storytelling, which is basically 5 to 6 episodes of a season. You're getting basically an entire episodic arc, was what you'd get if you watched the regular season. That's why this is fantastic. So what am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about, I think, 3 to 4 things that were my major takeaways. One, the basic, how fantastic the action was. Not only in quality of animation, but the emotion of it, the feeling of the intensity of it, the stakes, the risk. What else am I going to talk about? Number 2, these are heroes. This is why people are connecting with these characters, because we want heroes, the way they behave, their motivations. They're heroes. They're heroes. And I'm going to show you why they're heroes and why it's great and why we love them. 3, really good storytelling. How 1 minute it can be emotionally gripping, and then seamlessly, here comes a little humor just to break it up, make you smile, and transition you forward. I mean, it's just, it's great. It's great. I'll talk about it more. And then 4, the importance of family and why I think SJWs react so negatively to this, because SJWs want the destruction of the nuclear family. And this show, this series, this franchise, it's promoting the power of familial bonds. And it's great. It's great. All right, so let's get into this. Let's go to the first topic. All right, let's talk about the combat, the choreography, the fighting. It's what a lot of us are here for. It's one of the staples of this show. When our heroes, Tanjiro and his crew, when they go up against the demons, oh, the fighting is just beautiful. The animation, you can see it here. Tanjiro's water-breathing style, it's beautiful when his attacks are doing that. When Rangoku's flame style, it is incredible. The animation is beautiful. And then the choreography itself, the movement, the attention to detail, you're pulled in. and there's emotion behind the fighting. That's why this stuff is great, because you can feel it. The stakes are there. I'm not going to spoil it. Only light spoilers here. But the final battle in the show, in the movie, the stakes are there. The emotion is there. You feel it with every blow as the conversation that's going on in it. You're pulled in. You understand what's going on. You understand how the importance of it all. It pulls you in. You are mesmerized. I love being mesmerized by perfect action sequences, and that's why I love anime over manga. I love a good manga for the story, but if something has action in it, I want to see it animated because I want to see those action sequences. Oh, this is a beautiful thing to watch. The action in this movie is just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful and it's powerful. I can't say that more. Can't say that enough. You want to see what happens. You keep thinking for a moment, oh man, they're going to pull it out. And then when the shit happens, you're just like, wow. But you accept it because you understand the story. The story is woven into the battle. And you accept when the good and the bad happens. That's good choreography tied into good storytelling. This is just, it's a work of art. This is a work of art. Plain and simple.
You'll be safe in the back.
Heroes. Heroes, people love to root for heroes, and this entire franchise is filled with heroes. That's why we connect to them, because we always want to see ourselves in the heroes in the terms of not in what we, if we look like them, because that's the only way SJWs look at things. No, we look at it from the emotional, from the intention level. We all hope that in the situation we find these heroes find themselves in, that we would act like them. Rengoku, he's a hero. He's a hero. He behaves like a hero this entire movie. One of the major themes of this movie is about using your gifts if you have them. If you are stronger, more powerful, more talented, using your gifts to be a hero, to protect others from danger, from darkness, from things they cannot possibly defend against. Putting yourself beneath, putting the needs of others above your own safety. Because that's what heroes do, and that's why we connect to Rengoku in this movie. That's why we generally in the series connect to Tanjiro, because they behave like heroes. And we find that emotional connection. Man, I hope in this situation I could be like them, that I would do the right thing. One of the most powerful moments in this movie is after the dreamscape sequences, when Tanjiro has escaped his own dreamscape, and the tuberculosis kid didn't kill him, and he reveals why. Is because the beauty, the tranquility, the goodness of Tanjiro's soul, which is the embodiment of a hero who's putting the needs of others above his own, healed him, saved his soul, saved him from committing an atrocious act of murder. And still, first words out of Tanjiro's mouth, "Are you okay?" The hero, the mindset of the hero. That's why this movie is great, because it reminds us why heroes are great, which is something that Western entertainment is forgetting on a regular basis, because SJWs are only concerned about color of skin, gender, and sexuality. Now, this is reminding us that none of that matters. Doesn't matter what you look like. Doesn't matter who you are on the outside. Doesn't matter who you want to sleep with. What matters are your actions, and that's what makes you a hero. And that's why people connect and love this show, this movie, this franchise.
What the hell? hell is a guy doing in this area? You parasite!
As I said in the beginning of the video, to really enjoy this movie, you need to have watched everything that came before. You need to be invested in it. You need to understand what's going on. And that's part of the good storytelling. But another part of the good storytelling is that this movie hits you on all emotional levels. Tanjiro's dreamscape, his perfect dream where his life was never destroyed by demons. It's heartbreaking. And watching him break away from it, that scene where he understands that he has to leave it behind, that it's just a dream, but he will always keep his family in his heart. Man, that is gripping. It touches you, and you're feeling for it. And you are down there, and you're a little sad. But then what happens right away? It cuts to Inosuke and Zenitsu's own dreamscapes when they're being invaded, and it goes right to some humor to just bring you right back up. And it's seamless, and you wouldn't think it would work, but if you're invested in this show, if you know the characters, suddenly you've been at the bottom of the emotional hole, you're sad, you're feeling for Tanjiro, but then suddenly, boom, here's some humor to perk you up and get you ready for the next intense phase of the movie, because now we're moving into the second act. The combat's about to kick into high gear, but we've brought you back up. We've brought you back up. You're not going to be shocked by the combat, because that's what would happen if you're so sad and some of the combat happens. If it's certain kind of combat, which is what happens in this, you're not going to be connected. You're still going to be thinking about the sadness. But here it is. The levity has broken you away from it in a good, funny, perfectly seamless way. And you're chuckling, got a bit of a smile on your face. Me, I laughed out loud in Zenitsu's dreamscape. I laughed out loud because that is him to the T. He doesn't get a lot of screen time in this movie because this one isn't about him. This arc isn't really about him. But he's there for a little relief, but his emotional state is hysterical. In that he's like, "You're not Nezuko." I mean, it's hysterical, and then it sets you up, and then boom. You're ready to go. Your emotional palate has been cleansed, and you're ready for the high octane Act 2. You're ready for it. That's why the storytelling in this movie, in the franchise as a whole, is excellent. It's fantastic. It's something that the creatively bankrupt Western entertainment has forgotten how to do, because they believe in agenda over entertainment, when entertainment must be greater than agenda.
Don't put words in the mouths of my family! They would never say that!
And finally, we're going to talk about family. The theme of family, bonds, love, emotional connection. That is one of the major themes of this movie, that the things we strive for don't have to be selfish. The things we try to do, the relationships we have, can be heartfelt. And that family is what really matters. Not selfish gain, not grasping for this or that, or selfishly wanting. Because the demons are selfish. All they want is power. All they want is control. All they want is to satisfy their hunger. Our heroes, they do what they do to protect humanity and also to protect their family, or their reasons are familial based. Tanjiro's whole mission is to save his sister, his only living family member left. Yes, he's creating another family, but in that, I'm not saying that that's bad. That I'm not denigrating the idea of a bloodless family bond. What I'm talking about here, though, is the fact that this movie shines a bright, warm light on how important family can be. Rengoku's desire to be a strong and powerful protector stems from his mother's wish that he use his power for good. because she loved him and she was proud that he was her son. Love, connection. This is why the SJWs are afraid of this franchise and afraid of franchises like it, even in the franchises that stress the non-blood related family idea. It's the same thing in my idea, but this one really stresses more the bonds of blood family and how we're pulled together and strengthened by it, not weakened by it. SJWs believe, they don't believe in family. They don't want family. They want your family to be the hive mind that gives you your thoughts and ideas and how you should behave. They don't want you to be influenced by good, quality, warm, emotional family bonds. They don't want that kind of influence. They want the cold, dogma, agenda influence. And that's why this movie threatens them. That's why this movie is great, because it shows you that, look at the family bonds. That's where you should be looking. Look to the love of family. Look to the heart and soul of family for centering yourself. That's where you can find strength to strive and grow and be better. Not be better, no, but be better. Be a better human being because you're thinking of others. And having a strong family foundation moves you in that direction. The SJWs don't want that, and that's why this movie is great, because it reminds us that family is important. It's important, and it should not be ignored. And that you're healthier for it if you have your own family, or if you build a family that isn't blood. I mean, Tanjiro and his friends, they're a growing family. The entire Demon Slayer Corps is the founder. I don't know his name off my hand. He considers them all his children. That's the thing, though. That's where it comes around. Family in general. Create a family. Create bonds. Blood is great, but non-blood family ties can be created too. And that's what SJWs fear. That you're going to find emotional and strengthening connection with other people. Not the dogma. Not the agenda. And that's why this movie is powerful.
Please let me tutor under you!
Very well then. I'll make you a fine swordsman.
Can I join? Help me too!
I would be willing to take you all in.
Okay, there you have it. This movie, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Go watch it. Go watch season 1, then watch it. Then go watch it all again. Support this movie, support the franchise. The manga is complete. We're going to get the entire story all the way to the end. I don't know. I am pumped for season 2. I cannot wait for season 2 later this year. I don't know how much longer they're going to go in terms of seasons or movies, because I don't know how much source material there is left, because I'm not reading the manga, because I want to be completely engrossed in the anime. I don't want any spoilers or nothing. I didn't spoil this for myself at all. I went into this not knowing what was going to happen whatsoever. I didn't watch videos. I didn't watch commentary. I didn't look up anything. I did nothing. Therefore, I am completely on the edge of my seat waiting for the next arc to begin. And that's going to be later this year with season 2. This is great. Go watch it. I cannot say that enough. Go watch it. Have fun. Escape. This is pure escapism, guys. This is what this channel is fighting for. Excuse me. This is what the channel is fighting for. This is what we need in entertainment. All right. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Pushing to 300. Trying to mirror myself on Odyssey. Comment away. Comments are great. Discussions are great. But if you are an SJW and you have found your way here, I don't care what you think. I will never care what you think. You're a coward behind a keyboard. You only have power when we pay attention to you, and I'm not paying attention to you. Thank you again for watching this video. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. I still don't do Facebook. I still don't do Twitter, but there are ways to interact with me outside of YouTube. You can email me at therennerd@gmail.com. It's purely for this channel, so there's no chance I will miss any communication from you. You can also find me active at the Geeks and Gamers forums under the handle ROAS. And I am on Parler now. Follow me at VRenNerd on Parler. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.